Never looked so refreshing. 100% natural lime flavor in a twist bottle.
She knows she's perfect.
Bud Light Lime.
The 2016 WSL Big Wave Awards are brought to you by Samsung, GoPro, Pure Scott, Tag Heuer, Bud Light Lime, Billabong, and Surfline.
It is time to introduce our hosts for this evening's Double XL festivities. All three are social media surf giants. He is LinkedIn, well-connected, politically correct, and has more young followers than Bernie Sanders. Please welcome the voice of the World Surf League, Joe Turpel. Our next host has more Instagram likes than Kim Kardashian. He has amassed over 32,000 Facebook friend requests and has turned down every one of them. He does not need any stinking friends. He needs barrels. Trust me, this dog can hunt. Please welcome Strider Raspberry Wazalewski.
Go on.
And last but not least, as a trending lifeguard on Oahu's North Shore for the last 2 decades, he has saved more lives than David Hasselhoff. He has broken more hearts than Pamela Anderson, and he maintains 2 sets of quivers, one for bow hunting wild boar and the other for riding enormous rogue waves. Please welcome the real deal, Dave Wassel.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. This is a special night. Strider, have you seen Wassel?
I saw him earlier. I swear he was here. You know
Has
what?
anyone seen Wassel?
I think he's over it. Yeah, he found out there was a hunting show over there in the parking lot. He said, I'm going to go over there.
We need that guy.
Some wild animals over there he wanted to take down. I don't know where he
saves lives
is.
in the water. He saves us up here on stage. This mic does not inflate into a vest. Wassel? You're kidding me. There's no way he'd be a no-show tonight.
Woo! Right here, boys. Right in the thick of thing, and right with all my Hawaii boys who are gonna light it up tonight. Yes.
Oh,
Let's get up
Lord.
on stage and let's make some noise. I feel like giving away lots and lots of other people's money.
Lots of money.
It's a big year, people, and we're here to celebrate you, the men and the women of the Big Wave World Series.
That's right. There he is, everybody. The man that won the Paddling Award back in 2012. We're celebrating Wassel as well. I knew you were here, having a great time. The thing is, we think about this season that we've had, and it's really hard to compare it to anything. We've had so many great moments with or without the jersey, and you think about the heroes in the water, all of you sitting out here that catch giants and make us so inspired to see what most surfers will never see in their lifetime. We had so many big wave events, Strider, and you got to be in the channel. I still can hear you screaming, thinking about some key moments. I gotta love that moment back at the Eddie Aikau event.
I mean, it's just incredible to be out there, seeing all these guys, watching them, putting it on the line. Honestly, it's just an honor to get to come up, be up here, and give away those awards to those guys, because they're kind of my heroes. They are my heroes, and I think they lead the way for pretty much everybody out there watching. I mean, all you guys. Honestly, you got so many people that idolize you, that watch you, to feel you, and just keep doing what you're doing, because it's amazing.
This is a really special year, people. This is the first time that a woman is up to challenge the men in the barrel competition. Keala Kennelly, there she is. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, people. El Nino has delivered, and so have all of you.
I love it. So impressive to think about this El Nino season where we got the big wave surfers with more opportunities than ever. We break down El Nino back to the 90s and the early 80s when we had other seasons, but it's kind of hard to compare. Dave, can you break down what El Nino really means? What does it stand for?
You know, coming into this El Nino winter, to me at first, it was like, okay, yeah, that's that taco stand down on Del Mar. Or El Nino's, that word that the lifeguards use to tell people to get their kids back from the shore. Really what it is, it's the warming of the Eastern Pacific Ocean, and that fuels giant storms and delivers huge waves, which you people have conquered, and we've got the proof.
Unbelievable night ahead of us tonight. We're going to have big bands playing to finish off the show. We have so much to look forward to seeing from biggest paddle-in ride of the year, and also looking at our overall performers on the men and women's side. Let's now take a moment to check out one of the best years in review.
Blessings bright, moves at the blink of an eye. I try, so gonna go. Go, darling, go. Go, darling, go. Can't twist the words in my mouth, so leave me alone now. Go, go, darling, go. Go, darling, go. Can't twist the words in my mouth. Leave me alone now. Can't control
that was unbelievable. Hats off to all the surfers that absolutely charged this season. That was breathtaking to watch. And we've had the Big Wave Awards go down since 2000. And oftentimes in surfing, Dave Strider, we always kind of go, okay, that was the best one ever. That was the best season in history. Can we finally say that this last season that just went down was the best in Big Wave history?
Hands down. My mind is blown. Did you guys see that? 3 names that stand out to me: Tom Lowe, Nathan Florence, Yuri Soledad. Are you kidding me, people?
Unbelievable to look at all those great memories we have this past season. As the WSL taken over, they wanted to really reward the Big Wave Chargers. The prize money is more than doubled. Remember, Tag Heuer came on last year and gave away a watch to the Billabong Ride of the Year. Tag Heuer, the official timekeeper of the Big Wave Tour and awards, is giving away a watch to every winner in every category and reminds us, don't crack under pressure. The Waz, you get to sit in the channel at all those Big Wave Tour events and you get to see guys make decisions. What's been that like this year?
It doesn't get any better to see guys actually have to whip it under pressure in that situation. Some of the moments that stand out for me, I think Makua Rothman clotheslining Kala, going over the falls.
Out the Big Wave Tour in review.
Talk about the best big wave surfers in the world. They're all in this lineup. Well, we have a bomb wave here. Greg
goodness.
is locked in.
Time it right, get in the right position, get the ride of their life in front of the world.
The 2015-2016 El Nino wasted no time in jump-starting the big wave season. Only hours from the Big Wave Tour kickoff, and on the eve of the 2015 Big Wave Awards, the Quicksilver Ceremonial was called on. A massive swell was headed straight for Punta de Lobos, and the best surfers around the globe converged on the iconic Chilean point break. The storm system was impressive, but organizers were forced to be patient as the waves arrived later than forecast. To maximize the conditions, it was decided that the event would run over 2 days. Punta de Lobos delivered. Top contenders committed deep on the reeling left point, and experienced locals enjoyed a strong run.
And here he is pushing. This is the biggest wave. Oh my goodness!
On it.
Makuakai Rothman shined above all.
Makuakai Rothman pulls in. He's in the barrel.
He continued his recent dominance by winning the first event of the new season and earning a solid lead for his Big Wave Tour title defense. That same night, Makuakai accepted his 2014-2015 trophy on the cliffside in Chile.
Being one of the world's best surfers is is the biggest accomplishment to me.
The 2015-2016 season was off to the fastest start in Big Wave Tour history, and the long-range models had the Big Wave world buzzing. But the Southern Hemisphere went quiet over the summer and did not offer a full contestable day of waves at either the Billabong Pico Alto or the Puerto Escondido Challenge. Focus shifted to the north, and 4 Northern Hemisphere events. Anticipation of an epic El Nino season was growing with each forecast. Maui's world-famous Jaws roared to life on December 6th, and the inaugural Piahi Challenge was called on.
These guys are going to be riding waves that to this point in history have never been ridden.
Even before the event got started, stunning attempts by Shane Dorian, Mark Matthews, and others set the pace for a monumental day in surfing history.
With a huge set.
Oh my goodness.
And he makes
wow.
Greg Long bagged an incredible bomb and pulled into a gaping, inescapable barrel in Heat 2. Albee Layer, Billy Kemper, and Kai Lenny showed that the local youth are the future and that they are very comfortable in giant surf. A broad mix of veterans and young guns made the final, including Greg Long, but the hungry local and new father Billy Kemper wanted it more than anyone. Billy charged the monstrous peaks like a man possessed and led the young guard all day long as they shook up the race for the world title. The El Nino-fueled season continued to answer the hype and churn up huge storms. A solid swell shaped up for a desolate island 9 miles off the coast of Ensenada, Mexico, and the Todos Santos Challenge was called on for January 17th. The tiny island presented a huge logistical challenge, but all of the pieces were dropped into place for another Big Wave Tour showdown at the spot known as Killers. The swell pulsed all day, and it was Josh Kerr who found the groove and surprised the field with a victory.
Josh Kerr right here is able to hang on with control there, showing why he's one of the best surfers in the world.
His smooth approach and fearless commitment helped him win his first World Surf League event. Greg Long finished second and earned enough points to boost into the ratings lead as the season drew to a close. El Nino swells continued to rage on the west coast and in Hawaii, but the storm patterns were wild and erratic. Neither the Oregon Challenge nor the Punta Galea Challenge saw the right combination of swell and weather for a green light call. Greg Long would become the 2015-2016 WSL Big Wave Tour champion, and the first 2-time champion in Big Wave Tour history. The new season is just days away, and it features 6 championship events around the globe, with the Southern Hemisphere waiting period opening April 27th and running through August.
Introducing the former Big Wave world champion and the commissioner of today's Big Wave Tour, Pete Mill, along with the founder of the Big Wave Tour, 18-year-old Gary Linden.
18. Good evening, everybody. Glad you guys could all show up. I love coming to this event each and every year. Gary, you are the forefather, mentor. Always good to have you on board.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah, it's so great I love the part being out in the foyer where everybody's walking in. You get to see all the happy people just ready for an exciting evening, and we're going to bring it to you.
Okay. Well, the big time to thank people right now, of course. We have got this tour underway. It's been a long time ongoing here from this guy's fruition, from years of dreaming of creating a tour. It's been the 7th year that we've been able to bring this tour to life. And we're so proud. There's a ton of people to thank. I won't go too into it, but you know, the WSL has done a great job coming on board. And of course, this, to me, this guy right here is really who we should be thanking for creating a tour and bringing your dream to life.
Oh, Pete, coming from you, Pete, that's really a real, means a lot to me. Really, really does. You're one of the greatest big wave surfers of all time. But, you know, this has been a team effort, like all the great things in life. You can't do them alone, and each and every one of you out here, all the great surfers and all the people that hung with us. When we didn't have the money, we had some good times. We didn't have the money. Now we've got some money getting started, and I'm really stoked that we're going to have a qualifying series this year getting underway, give people coming up a chance to get in there. And maybe the thing I'm most proud of is we're going to have a women's event this year.
Woo!
Love the girls.
And of course, we rely so much on all of you to give the information that you want to see happen for this tour to make it bigger and better venues. You know, it's about you guys, and it's about competition, and I'm excited about what this year's going to bring. I think Gary's excited about it, and I know the WSL is. So without further ado, I'd love to show the top 10 rankings, because we are going to award something tonight, another world title. And if you bring up, could you guys bring up the rankings, please? You know, congratulations to all these guys right here. They are going to be competing this year, starting this week. We have a full top 10. We're also going to be awarding 4 slots tonight with Performers of the Year later this evening. And also we'll have a bunch of wild cards as well. So those are going to be the spots going into this season. So again, round of applause, first of all, for the top 10 right here. It's a pretty elite list. But there's one man we are going to award this tonight, a world title, and big wave world champion, Greg Long. And I'd love for you to come up here. Greg Long, congratulations. He is our new big wave tour champion. And what an honor to be able to present this to this man, because Greg, like all champions are, you don't only live it in the water, but you do it on land, and it's an honor to call you my friend.
Thank you.
Where's the girl?
He's repeating as world champion, our first 2-time world champion. Congratulations, Greg.
Thank you, guys. Before I get started, I just want to say my best friends and family from around the world are here tonight. Peru, South Africa, Australia, Hawaii, California, everywhere that I visit. And I can't say how lucky and grateful I feel every day to have the opportunity to surf and travel the world and meet such incredible and inspiring people. You guys, both in the water and out, make me want to be a better person every single day. And every winter I say at the end of it, how does it get any bigger or better? But I think this year, I know that I'm around the most incredible people in the world, and that this sport is only going forward and to greater heights. And I'm truly grateful to be friends with each and one of you, and to have shared this last year, the greatest memories of my surfing career. And to the women who are out there right now, you guys are so awesome. We've been there. Gary spoke and Pete spoke of what this tour was. I first met Gary, I was 19 years old in South Africa, and it was then that he shared with me this idea and dream and vision of a big wave world tour. And I was, he'd conceptualized in his mind, I think all the way back in 1998, if not before then. But for about 15 years, he's put his heart and soul into this. And a couple weeks ago, I had the privilege of going to Australia to accept the World Championship trophy and be recognized among the men and women of the World Tour. And to me, that was a milestone in our sport, to see where it started in its infancy, and the hard work and love and dedication of so many surfers who traveled for years, not for prize money, just simply for the love and pushing the sport. And Gary, who always believed in the dream. Pete, and thank you to the WSL for coming in and your support, both on the tour and what you've done with the awards here. That we couldn't be luckier to have the individuals behind us that we are, to really push this forward and even make the sport greater than what it actually is at the moment. So to all of you guys, thank you. Like I said, every day I wake up and I'm grateful for those who I have in my life. Awards, accolades, that's well and great, but the true rich and value that I feel in my life comes from the people I get to share it with, and that's all of you guys. So thank you.
So Greg Long, $100,000 and your world champion.
$100,000 for surfing, that ain't too shabby. On the biggest winter on record. Honestly, you're the man. The bottom line is, people, on the biggest winter on record, I'm actually quite surprised that we did not lose anybody. It's a somber thought. Although we didn't lose anybody in the water, we did gain one more guardian angel of the Big Wave World Tour, and his name is Brock Little. You know, nobody in the past 35 years has influenced big wave surfing as much as Brock Little, but somebody's actually come pretty close. He's a good friend of mine, a good friend of yours. His name is Shane Dorian.
Good evening, everybody. A lot of us, we're really close to Brock, and a lot of us in this room, a lot of the nominees, as a matter of fact, were very influenced by Brock. I've been asked to say a couple words. I'm just going to tell a short story, but can you guys hear me? When I was 15 years old, I moved from the big island of Hawaii to the North Shore. When the surf got really big, me and my buddies would surf the little reef forms on our shortboards. After a few months, I started living with Brock and Todd Chesser. Brock was about 6 or 7 years older than I was, and to me, he was already a legend. He was barely 21, and he was already in the eddy. He was recognized as one of the best big wave surfers in the world. One day, after surfing little tiny reef forms, Brock announced that that was going to be the last time we would be allowed to surf on the inside during a big swell. He said we would either surf Waimea or the outer reefs. He said that we were ready. We were little groms and pretty much scared shitless. We couldn't say anything but okay, and we went out to Waimea, and it was packed with those older, grumpy dudes that just wished we would go away. But Brock wasn't like that. He made us feel like we belonged out there, that it was now our time to come up, sit at the peak, and ride big waves. He took us under his wing and showed us the way. Everyone remembers Brock as a badass. He was the biggest badass back then, but under the tough exterior was a really good guy who loved having fun and seeing his friends succeed. He didn't just inspire us, he helped us to learn to surf big waves and inspired us to do the same for the kids coming up behind us. And that's how legends live on. Hope everyone has a good night. Night.
What do you come on stage and say after something like that, right? Great job, Shane. You know, everybody here, their life has been touched by somebody who is watching from above. I know a lot of the guys over here from Maui. Think of Justin, Steve Cooney, Mr. Roberson. Our friends from Kauai are going to say Andy. They're going to say Scion, right? What I'd like is a little audience participation, okay? Because I know that they can hear us. So on the count of 3, I want everybody in the audience to yell out a name of somebody that has touched them all the way down to their soul. On the count of 3, go right ahead. They can hear you. 1, 2, 3. Yes! I love you guys. I know for a fact that they can hear you because when I'm in the water and I see you guys pushing the limits of big wave surfing, I look right in your eyes and I see their faces smiling back at me. I love every one of you and I will see you in the barrel.
Presenting the Pierre Scott Barrel of the Year Award, please welcome back Strider Wazalewski.
Let's not forget about Alex. Alex is from Pierre Scott. She's the marketing director over there.
Absolutely.
So Pierre Scott's come on board to take over what I feel like is one of the most prestigious awards of the night, which is the best barrel. We all know it's our favorite place to be. Being in the barrel is like, I don't know, home. You just feel it, you love it, you don't want to leave. It's all nice and warm and cozy. Time stops. It's probably the best thing in the world ever. I mean, I can't imagine. Have you ever been barreled?
I think I probably need a little bit of practice from our nominees.
The nominees are going to help her out. So we're going to take a look at the nominees right now for the Pure Scott barrel.
The nominees for the 2016 Pure Scott Barrel of the Year Award are Tom Butler at Mullimore Head, Ireland on October 28, 2015. Photo by Ian Mitchinson. Keala Kennelly at Chopu, Tahiti on July 22, 2015. Photos by Kervin Baldassari, Brent Bielman, Tim McKenna, and Isaac Sokol. Greg Long at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii on December 6, 2015. Photos by Eric Ader, Kelly Sestari, Richard Hallman, Paul Carlidase, and Sophie Luca. Mark Matthews at The Right, Australia on June 26, 2015. Photo by Jack Sheriffs. Ian Walsh at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii on January 28, 2016. Photos by Richard Hallman and Aaron Linton.
Can I request the envelope, please?
You guys ready?
So the winner of the Pure Scott Barrel of the Year Award is Keala Kennelly. And the photo by Tim McKenna.
Come on, let's hear it. Are you kidding me?
Wow. Wow. Wow, okay. This is really happening. Well, first I have to thank Raymana because he let me borrow his jet ski and his driver, and the good Lord knows you can't get a wave like that on your own, so. They say behind every great man, there's a great woman. But sometimes behind a great woman, there's another great woman, and I have the most amazing, extraordinary woman behind me and on my side. My partner, Nikki DeSanto. What I lack in sponsorship dollars, you make up for in your undying love and support. And I want to thank the entire DeSanto family for all your love and support, and airline miles, because those came way in handy. And all my friends that are here tonight, and all my friends and family that are watching back home, especially my father, who taught me how to surf when I was a little girl. And when I was a little girl, I didn't really want to be a little girl. Because when I was a little girl, I kept getting told, you can't do that because you're a girl. You can't play football because you're a girl. You can't pee standing up because you're a girl. For the record, I can pee standing up. Aim is another story, so I'm going to give you guys that one, okay? But I heard all these things. You can't do this because you're a girl. You can't do this because you're a woman. Women can't surf. Well, okay, women can surf, but women can't get barreled. Women can't surf big waves. Women can't surf pipeline. Women can't surf chopes. Women can't paddle jaws. Women can't get barreled at jaws. So who I really, really want to thank is everybody in my life that told me, you can't do that because you're a woman. Because that drove me to dedicate my life to proving you wrong, and it's been so damn fun. It's been so fun every time. A woman can't be nominated for a men's XXL award. A woman can't win a men's XXL award. I didn't even think it was possible, so I want to thank each and every one of you for sharing this moment with me right now when the impossible became possible, because I've never been so proud in my life to be a woman than I am tonight.
Two of the world's great Snapchatters, welcome back to the stage, Joe Turpel and Dave Wassel.
Okay, how do you come on stage and top that?
That was incredible. Big congrats to KK, what a legend, pushing things beyond our imaginations. When we think about this event, the Big Wave Awards, we talked about how it has a long history back in 2000, but Wassel, as you know, things had to kind of change and morph. Before it was just the biggest ride ever, which is still insane. But then you start getting into the idea, well, what was the best Ride of the Year, the Billabong Ride of the Year. Now there's more money, more music, more action. $60,000 for the Billabong Ride of the Year. I can't even mind surf a wave that size and that good. Wassel, take us into your mind surfing dreams. What would your Ride of the Year be?
My mind surfing dream of a Ride of the Year would be just surviving an El Nino winter. I'm not even gonna touch it. I can't believe these guys give me a microphone. The fact is that the first Ride of the Year was Ken Skin Dog Collins at Puerto. But this year, 2016, goes to a young man who you're all familiar with, and he's gone and proven, such as Keala, when you're out there hanging with the big dogs, you better not pee like a puppy. Leading the pack, Ride of the Year #1, Mr. Shane Dorian.
December 6th was the morning of the Piahi Challenge. We were kind of freaked out because the buoy readings got a lot bigger than any of us had really anticipated. And I remember that morning we woke up super early in the dark and looked at all the buoys, and all the information that we were getting was telling us the waves were going to be like the biggest we've ever paddled Jaws. The waves were like 50 to 60 to 70 feet on the face, and it was just top to bottom sucking barrels, and it was absolutely going off that morning. I was on the ski and I kind of was getting nervous, but I was just like, you know what, the event's gonna start soon, this is my chance to get a good one. I waxed on my board, put my fins in, jumped in the water, saw about 6 waves in a row that were just mental, went totally unridden, no one was close to them. And so I just paddled really, really deep right to where I thought those waves were kind of breaking. And like 5 minutes later, a big giant set came, and I was like, shit, I'm probably too deep for this set. The wave just kind of apexed up right in front of me, and I was just right in the perfect spot. I just said, I gotta go, I gotta send it on this big one. And it was drawing off the reef really hard, and the wind was really starting to pick up and blow straight offshore. Got to my feet thinking, I got this thing, it's gonna be late, but I got this. Air got underneath my board basically, and my fins started releasing and sliding sideways, and then the wave picked me up and I just started free falling. I remember just all of a sudden my board felt like it was gone below my feet, and I just was stretched out falling, and I felt like I fell for about 10 feet. In the air, I remember thinking, okay, get a big breath because you're about to eat shit. I just ended up landing on my board in the right spot, and somehow my board was going the right direction, exactly the same direction as I was. I ended up sticking the landing. That's what riding big waves is all about to me, is really testing your ability and really putting it all on the line, and I think that wave was like a real test of my ability. That was the biggest airdrop I've ever had, and hopefully the biggest airdrop I will ever have.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mastermind behind everything that you see here tonight, and years ago, the creator of Big Wave Surfing Awards back in 1997. Please welcome the event director for the WSL Big Wave Awards, Bill Sharp.
Hello there, Big Wave fans. I'm going to be super quick so we can keep this show rolling. I always come out to thank all the surfers that were involved in the judging, the staff that does the height measurement, and the entire academy. But most importantly, I'm wearing purple today because of the passing of Prince, which I saw on this very stage right here 3 years ago in an unbelievable show. Incredibly missed, along with David Bowie. It's so sad to see these icons that were a big part of, I think, a lot of the surfer lifestyle over so many years. But I just want to tie that to the artistry, and I want to thank the photographers who are artists, who take all the pictures and all the video, and the surfers, the art that they perform upon the waves. Everyone's an artist in their own way. I hope you're enjoying the art this evening. We'll keep moving. Thank you.
Introducing the current WSL Women's Championship Tour points leader, who wears the yellow Jeep Leaders jersey when in competition. She is as beautiful on land as she is ferocious in the water. Please welcome Orange County's very own surfing superstar, Courtney Conlogue.
Oh, wow. Firstly, I'd like to say congratulations to all the winners tonight. I know we just got started, but I just want to say this year, nature has blessed us with an absolutely amazing El Nino, and we had the opportunity to watch the best big wave surfers conquer and challenge these massive waves. Today, I have the opportunity to award the best performance. Let's take a look at the Women's Best Performance Award.
The nominees for the 2016 Women's Best Performance Award are Paige Alms, Haiku, Hawaii, USA. Emily Erickson, Haleiwa, Hawaii, USA. Bethany Hamilton, Hanalei, Hawaii, USA. Keala Kennelly, Haleiwa, Hawaii, USA. Andrea Moeller, Haiku, Hawaii, USA.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Firstly, I totally forgot, Keala, you are an absolute beast for going for that wave in Tahiti, and huge congratulations. These women are absolutely just challenging these big waves, and I am so inspired to be in front of these inspiring women, and they just inspire me to go over the edge when I kind of go, is this a good one? And so I'm going to ask for the envelope now. Envelope, please. The winner of the Women's Best Performance Award goes to Andrea Moeller.
Oh, I have to check, make sure it's real. Thank you. Thank you, WSL, Bill Sharp, Peter Mel, Gary. Thanks, Gary. I think it's a new era, having a contest for women, having Keala winning the barrel. Unbelievable winter, huge, massive waves, and seeing these girls just pushing the limits. I gotta thank Bianca for your help, and all these girls, Paige, Emily, Keala, and all the girls that are out there just really pushing it. You know, it was one of those winters that there was no holding back. It was really waking up as early as possible and trying to catch the biggest wave we could and have fun. A couple people I want to thank, school-based guys, the Walsh family. I think that if it wasn't for you guys, this level maybe wouldn't go up, because now we know we're safe. and that's huge. I also want to thank Yuri Soledad and all the Brazilians that believed on me from 2004 and just every single year. It has been many, many years surfing Peahi. I'm proud to be Brazilian and part of this family. I want to thank my fiancée, Sandy, and Isaac from Fusion Fit, who helped me walk again. I had massive surgery after a wipeout this winter. And if I was to win this, I wanted to walk up the stairs without the crutches. So thanks everyone. Thanks all the surfers who are having the women in the lineup as one of you. One of the things that I like to look back on this winter was, it was a journey, it was traveling, it was surfing together. And thank you so much for being a family in the water, for welcoming the women, and see you next winter. Thank you.
One gives us sensitive insights into the colorful world of competitive surfing. The other shoots from the hip and tells it like it is. Welcome back to the stage, Joe Turpel and Dave Wassel. You are awesome.
Chicks are ruling.
Epic night when we think about all of our champions we've already crowned today. We focus on the Billabong Ride of the Year once again. Remember, we saw Dorian's nomination in there, that wave he caught before the Peahi Challenge. This is talking about the best ride during maybe one of the best winters ever. So you think about that accomplishment. As we were checking out all the names on the list, this is probably the youngest crew we've had nominated for this special Billabong Ride of the Year award. We think about this next guy, and it's a young, humble man from a special place in the world. And you start thinking about, Dave, these working man heroes like yourself, North Shore lifeguard, chasing big waves because of the love, not because of the fame, paying your own way to do the impossible. And that's a clear story in this next nomination.
The next man up for Ride of the Year #2 hails from the island of Maui. The morning of the Peahi Challenge was the first time that I actually bumped into him. I'm watching the sun crack the horizon, and the first thing Mark Healy and I see is a 60-foot wave barreling top to bottom. I said, oh my goodness, that's 60 feet. A young lady next to me jabs me and says, nah, that's 25 feet. I said, no, I'm pretty sure that's 60 feet. She says, you know what? I live right here. That's my kid, and that's 25 feet. Who do you think you are? We hugged it out. I got to know Miss Terry, and very well, very, very, very nice to meet her son, Tyler. He's a working class hero. He's got Maui pride by his side. He's got family backing, and he's got more raw talent. He's coming in hot, Ride of the Year #2, Tyler Larronde.
I was at home on Maui just working and surfing, and got a call from Albee saying that Mavs was gonna be good. So I've never surfed or even seen Mavericks before, so I was pretty excited and very scared at the same time. Mavericks is a wave when I was a kid, like me and my friends would say, yeah, we're never gonna surf Mavericks, you know, that's just like the scariest wave ever. It's freezing cold, there's sharks and everything, so kind of just wanted to check it out and catch a wave and get a feel for it. Like, I was really scared when I was out there. It was hard for me to get a wave, and it was crowded. I was just checking out the crowd and all the locals, getting to know everyone, and I wanted a warm-up wave, and sure enough,
after an hour in the water, I just was like, okay, I need to go on anything right now and get my toes in the wax and feeling it. And this wave came through. Everyone was passing it up somehow, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go, and I just put my head down. The drop was so steep. Like, I remember standing up and I was like, oh my God, it was so steep, and somehow made the drop. I asked people if you can get barreled at Mavs, and then everyone was telling me that you can't really come out of them, you know, like no one really comes out. I just seen this thing start sucking up like a Jaws wave almost, so I'm like, oh my God, this thing might barrel. I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna pack this thing. The thing just threw, and it was just the darkest, meanest barrel, and I was just like, oh my God, I actually don't want to fall in this thing. I seen Peter Mel, he was the only one who seen it in the channel. Out of all people, I would want Pete Mel to see it, you know, like Mavericks legend, you know, he's the guy out there. And boom, and I came out, and I remember seeing this huge step, and I just ended up kicking out. Just super stoked, you know, I just got barreled in my first wave out there, and I guess that's kind of a one-of-a-kind wave, and I got really lucky, and I think it was a piece of tea leaf I brought with me, so I had that in my wetsuit.
Presenting the Tag Heuer Wipeout of the Year award is our very own rock star, a Laguna surfer who has become one of the greatest drummers in rock and roll, a member of the Foo Fighters and leader of his own Good Times combo Chevy Metal, who will be performing here later tonight. Unbelievable. Please welcome Taylor Hawkins and all the members of Chevy Metal.
Hey, y'all. Yep. It's Wiley, that's Mick. I saw these Wipeouts earlier. My buddy Hans Hagen from Laguna showed them to me, and I mean, you guys are fucking crazy as it is, but it's insane. And, you know, I was never very good at surfing. I grew up in Laguna, but I was never very good, but I was good at wiping out, but not as good as these guys, that's for sure. So let's look at the nominees right now, huh?
The nominees for the 2016 Tag Heuer Wipeout of the Year award are Matt Becker at Mavericks, California. Video by Dan Norkunis. Pedro Calado at Puerto Escondido, Mexico. Video by Daniel Balbuena. Tom Doslin at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii. Video by Bruno Limos. Garrett McNamara at Mavericks, California. Video by Chris Wilson. Nicolo Porchela at Chiopu, Tahiti. Video by Tim Pruvost.
Is that it? Oh, it's insane. That's insane. Thank you, darling. All right. Winner of the Wipeout Award. The winner of the Tag Heuer Wipeout of the Year Award is Nicolo Porchella. Congratulations. Is he here? He's got the white suit on. Come on, Nicolo. You're alive.
What? Wow. Are you okay? I'm okay. I'm okay. All right. I'm okay, dude. Woo. I'm here. I'm here. I guess it's safe to say that was probably the most critical lobster dive of all times. Yeah, Manoa Drolet, thank you, brother. Thank you for towing me all day. That was one of the best days of my life. Yeah, he was, Nicolo, you want the bomb? Like, yeah, Manoa, I'm ready for the bomb. I want the bomb. I sure felt the bomb on the head. That was pretty heavy for sure. But yeah, I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I mean, sometimes we make some mistakes. That was, it really caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, here. The board kind of stopped and then penetrated in there. I was like, might pop out the back. Let me go for a little stroke here. And then I went a little, one arm went blank. I'm like, no, this is not good. Oh, no. Yes, I got very lit up. Very much so. And yeah, when I got to over the lagoon, I took about four waves on the head. And yeah, Mano, I was like, "Bah, that was the heaviest thing I've ever seen, bah." Like, sick. And yeah, it was pretty good. And then, yeah, luckily, oh, I'm getting cotton mouth here. Yeah, as long as we can get back out there and do what we love, it's all good, you know? And yeah, I wanna I wanna thank a few people that it's just like everything, it's a team that puts everything together. I've been very blessed. I've had a trainer for the last 10 years that has been following me. Isaac from Fusion Fit, buddy, I love you. And yeah, I want to thank my wife again, baby. Thank you so much for all your love and support. And Mom, Dad, I love you. My dad did a little surprise today to come say hi. That was pretty awesome. And yeah, I want to thank my sponsors, Wayman Hawaii, Dakine, Sticky Sound. Love you guys. And yeah, not really much else to say, but let's have fun tonight, huh? Right on, you guys.
That might have been one of the heaviest wipeouts of all time. We're so happy that Nicolo's okay, accepting that amazing award for charging on for more sessions beyond that major wipeout that we saw. Well, the Waz, we're going to bring it back into the Billabong Ride of the Year award. We think about those first couple of nominations. Remember Dorian, the big drop. We also got to see Tyler Larronde and Mavericks. And now we're thinking about our third nomination. We're sticking with that younger kind of crew feeling. A guy that's one of the best in the air. He's the best in the barrel in big waves, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. That kind of goes together with big wave surfing, doesn't it?
But I must say, this guy, thanks to Dave Wassel pointed this out, is the real Rick Kane. he won a wave pool event. He likes big waves, and he's still got a little bit to get to, thanks to Billy Kemper, kind of dropped this one in the channel out of Jaws. He needs to get out to the peak to get the biggest wave. So Rick, Albee Layer, he's got some work to do, but how good is that guy in the bowl? This guy's amazing. Are you kidding me? Mad respect to Albee Layer and everything he's done. And he says, even online, I love the comments coming through from this guy. So hats off. Let's take a look at Albee Layer.
So that morning, I wasn't planning on surfing at all because my body was just still hurt from the swell a few weeks before. We went down there just to watch Jaws because it was supposed to be one of the biggest swells of the year, or in years actually. And it was supposed to be windy, but we got down there and there was a few people towing. It was so good out there. I just kind of like snapped. I was like, holy crap, like we have to go out. Like it's too good to miss right now. At that point, I didn't care about how bad my body felt. I didn't care about people probably being mad at me because I missed the eddy. I just had to go out there and look at it at least and see if it was approachable because it was just too good of a day to miss. As soon as we got there on the ski, I just jumped out, like waxed my board and just kind of like thought I was gonna watch it, and I just kept paddling out, and like next thing I knew, I was in the lineup. Right when I stood up, I just got hung up at the top, and I got some air under my board. I was like, holy crap, I made that, and I like had water in my eyes. Knew I had to bottom turn as hard as I could. I remember bottom turning, and I was still in the foam from the wave before. Pulled up into it, and I got lipped. Like when I was coming in, it just totally got lipped, and I did like a full windmill and like touched the water with my backhand. After it hit the foam, it just opened so wide and just perfect, and it was just running. Just the best view I've ever had in my life. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, holy crap, I'm actually gonna make this wave. From beginning to end, like it took all of my talent the whole time to complete the wave. Like it took everything I had. To make the drop was hard. And then to pull off the bottom turn, got like clipped getting into the barrel, and then it was the deepest I've ever been in a barrel, and just the whole wave of my heart was in my throat, and I was doing everything I could to stay on my surfboard and make it. That was it, that was the wave of my life. Like, I've wanted that wave forever, it happened. And I just claimed it harder than I've ever claimed a wave in my life.
We get to see some really amazing claims on the championship tour. So we want to know how you're feeling after you get a wave like that. There's been talk about claims a lot. You know, on the championship tour stage, maybe you get fined if it's not an 8 or better. If it's anything on this podium, you put your hands up and let us know how you're feeling, Dave. Where'd that come from?
I don't know where it originally came from. Actually, you know what? I got a good idea where it came from. But how do you top that claim? Hands in the air, beating on your chest. I remember Andy Irons firing off shotguns. I remember Johnny Boy flicking off the judges. But the man who actually originated the claim happens to be here tonight. His name is Greg Knoll. And I'm pretty sure that all of this big wave buffoonery is his fault. Let's hear it from him.
Let's bring him out. Greg Knoll himself. There he is, the bull.
Thank you very much. What an honor, just being in this. What did he say? Niccolo, this is not good. Classic statement. Got the shit kicked out of him. This is not good. And Shane, you know, taking off at the top of that wave, floating for a while, come down, catches his fin, pops out again, floats for a while, catches it, and keeps going. Most radical thing I've seen this evening, I think. I want to thank Bill Sharp and all the guys behind the scenes that make this such a great event and make it possible for all these guys to get the well-deserved attention that we never got in our generation. It's really bitching to see these guys get some acknowledgement, you know. I've been asked to kind of clean up my speech and do something talk a little bit more wholesome this evening. No? Well, I just got to tell you, you know, you guys are young, and you got to take care of your health while you're young, because, you know, you don't realize when you get to be an old shit like me that, you know, real name, but he didn't pay attention to his health, and he ended up with a problem with his throat, and he had to go to the hospital and have an operation. I told him, Phil, that's not his real name. I said, Phil, please, the next morning, you know, after the operation, check in with me and let me know how it went. Sure enough, the next morning, the phone rings, and this is Mrs. Sanders from the hospital that Phil had his operation in, and I'm pleased to tell you that it wasn't cancerous, but the surgeons did have to remove a rather large hairball from his throat from eating too much pussy. Well, there was a good side to this. Very serious matter, folks. There was a good side to this and a bad side. The bad side was that it was really embarrassing for poor Phil when he had to go back to the town where he came from and people found out that he had this thing removed from his throat, and why. But the good side was that about a month later, Phil called and he said, Greg, he said, it's the damnedest thing. My phone's ringing off the hook with good-looking girls calling me and wanting a date with me. So you guys out there that might like to see your phone ring off the hook, you know what you've got to do. I was really worried that that was going to be the worst wipeout of my life here on that one. Now, what do I do now? Let's take a look at the serious business now of the nominees, and I didn't mean to take away from the seriousness of this award, for sure. So I've got all these pieces of paper in front of me.
The 2016 Tag Heuer XXL Biggest Wave Award are Mick Corbett at Nazaré, Portugal on February 19, 2016. Photos by Andre Bernardo and Andre Botelho. Garrett McNamara at Nazaré, Portugal on November 1st, 2015. Photos by Bruno Aleixo, Andre Botelho, Vitor Estrelina, Jorge Figuera, and Manuel Ricardo. Video by Time Lapse Media. Nicolo Porchela at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii on February 25th, 2016. Photos by Eric Gator, Rick Dombrowski, Duma Photos, Paul Carolides, and Zach Williams. Video by Marcus Rodriguez. Pedro Scooby at Nazaré, Portugal on October 27, 2015. Photos by Bruno Aleixo, Helio Antonio, Vitor Estrelina, Pedro Miranda, and Hugo Silva. Video by Andre Caladao. Yuri Soledad at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii on February 25th, 2016. Photos by Brian Berkowitz, Jimmy Hepp, Elliot LeBeau, John Patau, and Fred Pompermayer. Video by Elliot LeBeau.
Absolutely amazing what these ladies are doing. Get the card here. The winner of the tag, who were XXL biggest wave, is, God damn it, I can't pronounce her name, Yuri Solati. Do I give her this? No? Am I done?
Wow. I can't believe this is happening right now. About a year ago, I came over here to San Diego with my family and trying to do something that it's not what I love, trying to do our air reverse. I broke my leg in several pieces, and the doctor told me that I was never going to be able to surf again. You know, it's been a long 6 months of recovery just to be able to walk again. And I was invited to the WSL contest at Peahi, and then pulled my shoulder out of place. Had to wait a whole month to be able to surf. There was a swell. I went. Third wave, broke my rib. Couldn't surf for several swells, just sat on the ski and helped do safety, watching some of you guys surfing some of the most incredible waves ever surfed. And when that swell came on the maps, I was feeling better, and I was really praying to God that I could at least surf one wave. Because sometimes, you know, all you want to do it's to enjoy yourself and have fun. And that's what I was trying to do that day. And luckily that wave came to me. It was my first wave of the session. You know, mentally, when you have injuries and when you're battling, you know, and you're not 100%, you're always gonna have doubts. But you know what? I'm so happy that I'm here tonight with all of you guys and able to enjoy this moment. It's an unreal feeling. It was a long year, and I'm so stoked to be here with all you guys. You guys are my heroes. You know, I always try to set the example for the generations to come, always teaching the girls, helping the girls out. Andrea, you did it amazing. I believed on you on the beginning of the season. I told you, you're gonna win. We're gonna push the envelope for women surfing, and you did it, girl.
I'm so proud of you. You know, to all my friends that are here tonight, I just gotta give a big shout out to the Mad Dogs, Marcio and Danilo. You guys are heroes. You know, what we did back then when no one ever believed that it was possible was insane. Looking back, how many times we could have died and nobody even would know that we were out there. So you guys, big shout out, man. You guys are heroes and everybody should acknowledge you guys. Mad Dogs forever. To my beautiful wife, Maria, thanks for supporting me. I was believing, I was going through. To my son, Kaipo, that stayed back on Maui, that always, you know, got my back along the school-based guys. You guys are awesome. Thanks for letting us do what we do and make sure we come home safe at the end of the day. So many guys to thank, the WSL, Bill Sharp, Peter Mel, everyone. You know what? Peace, guys. Enjoy, have a fun night.
Woo! Woo! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
Yuri is the man. Unbelievable. Inspires us in the water and with his words. What a legend of this whole thing called big wave surfing. The Waz this night's going by quickly, and we want to thank for everyone hanging out with us throughout this amazing night as we focus on the Billabong Ride of the Year. Before we go there, Yuri was talking about the people that saved him and picked him up, the Skull-based crew. Big shout out to all the water patrol at all of our major big wave tour events. We saw Abe Lerner behind the scenes earlier. You guys are pushing this forward so hard and keeping all of our heroes nice and safe. We kind of want to get a crowd reaction on who is winning the Ride of the Year so far. How many out there going for Shane Dorian's big drop before the Piahi Challenge? Weightless? Sounds pretty good. Tyler Larronde and Mavericks. We got a lot of people. Third nominee, Albee Layer. I think Maui might be sitting right over here. Let's get another nominee on the board here. And it comes to a place in the world, Strider, that is a very close place to your heart. This magical island of Tahiti. What happened there?
Well, the magic of Tahiti is obviously in my heart. It's one of my favorite waves and places to be. But it's the place that I know the best out of, you know, all these waves. You know, Jaws, Mavericks, they're crazy. They're kind of almost out of my mind. They're so heavy. This other wave, Chopu, could be the heaviest wave in the world to me. I don't know, that's what I think. Looking over the ledge of a beast at Chopu, once it gets past 8 feet, it's just almost like you have to win a mental challenge that is almost impossible to win. And this kid grew up rolling around on the sandbars with his brothers, having the best time of his life in Hawaii at Aukai. Who would have ever thought that that was going to be his training grounds for Chopu? The next thing you know, he's out of Pipeline, creeping over with his brother John. Then he shows up, he's out at Chopes, he whips it, he inverts upside down somehow, gets to the bottom, and then looks like he's so far gone you just write him off. No way. Next thing you know, the Force takes over, Star Wars comes on, and the guy's just gliding by the Force. He can't see a thing. We've all seen the clip. There he is, comes out at the end. Nominee number 4 for Ride of the Year, Nathan Florence.
always nervous and excited, but I was sitting next to Koa on the plane, and Koa was just saying, like, I'm just gonna paddle into the biggest chokes wave I've ever paddled into on this trip. Koa's gonna do it. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try and get the biggest wave I've got out here too. Next thing you know, we wake up in the morning and get out there, and it's just right away maxing paddle. It's supposed to be getting bigger throughout the day too. We all kind of caught a couple waves, and the next thing you know, Koa just started going crazy. Oh my gosh, Koa's just like doing what he said he was doing, paddling into the biggest waves he's ever paddled into out there. Same thing happens, Koa comes back out, goes on another bomb, and ended up having to jump over the falls, and I was like, okay, that's it. Next bomb that comes in, I don't care what it looks like, I'm going. Honestly, I didn't even look at it very long. I just saw that it was a bomb, and I just turned around and started paddling. And then as it sucked me up the face and I got to my feet, I was like, whoa, this is like probably the biggest one I've ever paddled into. And kind of just stuck the drop. Got one look up and was like, oh, I have a lot of ground to cover, and kind of just don't remember much after that. But I think I got a couple pumps in, and just the spit hit me so hard, kind of levitated on my board a little bit and blew me out into the channel. Came flying out, and I saw Larry Haynes just ducking underwater, and I like kind of jumped over him and fell off my board. That Tahiti wave is probably the best wave I've ever caught in. Everything came together for that one wave, and hopefully get some more like it throughout my life.
Well, he is still tearing up after Greg Knoll's speech. Now presenting the Surfline Best Overall Performance Award is WSL Big Wave Commissioner Pete Mell.
By the way, how good is Greg Knoll? There is no way anybody could top that man. I mean, you think about it, what he did in the 60s. I mean, he was blowing minds back then. You know, the biggest wave almost still probably ridden ever in Makaha. That guy's a legend. Thank you, wherever you are. I mean, he's a good guy. So a round of applause for that man. So I'm presenting the Performer of the Year. This year is a bit of a difference than we've had in the years past. There's almost 2 winners, or actually there's 5 winners. So 4 of the top 10 nominees will be earning a spot on the Big Wave Tour. So that's going to be something different than we've ever done. So that's a place for every one of you aspiring big wave riders out there and watching online to find your way onto the Big Wave Tour. You know, we've got events that we run around the world. We have invitees and wildcards, and it is a challenge to be able to pick the best guys in the world. And so we leave it up to you guys to send in your videos, your waves, your performances to be able to get yourself nominated and onto the Big Wave Tour. For me, it's one of the fairest ways, and I'm glad that this is a part of it now, and glad to have Surfline behind us on that. So if you take a look here at this clip of our 10 nominees for Surfline Performer of the Year.
The 10 surfers nominated in the 2016 Surfline Best Overall Performance category are Pedro Calado, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Trevor Sven Carlson, Haleiwa, Hawaii, USA. Shane Dorian, Kona, Hawaii, USA. Aaron Gold, Haleiwa, Hawaii, USA. Mark Healy, Haleiwa, Hawaii, USA. Nick Lamb, Santa Cruz, California, USA. Kai Lenny, Haiku, Hawaii, USA. Greg Long, San Clemente, California, USA. Jamie Mitchell, Currumbin, Queensland, Australia. Will Scudden, Long Beach, New York, USA.
And the envelope, please. So the winner also gets to take home 2 round-trip tickets courtesy of Air Tahiti Nui. Of course, our partner here in the Surfline men's overall performance. And the winner, this is just the winner, of Surfline Best Overall Performance Award is Shane Dorian.
Man. Thank you, first of all, to the Surfline and the WSL for this. It's a huge honor. This is probably the hardest award to win, and to me, probably the most prestigious, because it's not based on one wave or one session, and to just to be nominated with these guys is incredible to me. I personally thought that a lot of these guys had standout seasons. Jamie Mitchell is super notable. Also Kaileni, I thought incredible. I mean, everybody, Aaron Gold, Mark Healy, it was just an amazing season, and a lot of people had a lot of opportunities, and I'm extremely grateful. And thanks so much, everybody, and I hope everyone has a blast tonight.
And now to announce the 4 surfers who will be on this year's Big Wave Tour. Do it. Show it on the screen. Shane Dorian, Jamie Mitchell, Aaron Gold, and Kai Lenny. Congratulations. Now, this was all done and judged by a group that is well-renowned throughout the surfing world and know as much surfing as. This is the most difficult thing in the world to do, and I'm glad I've been able to assemble a panel to allow this to happen. So congratulations to these 4 men, and I can't wait to see what this season brings. Thank you.
What an epic season Shane Dorian's had once again. We can think back in history of the Big Wave Awards, and Dorian's name's up there on top of so many different categories for a huge reason. He's a man that pushed the sport with safety and pushing the limits on what it's like to perform in heavy conditions. As Wassel, it's time to get back into the nominations for Billabong Ride of the Year. And if you have standout performances, you might end up getting nominated a couple of times.
You actually asked me earlier what my dream wave would be for Ride of the Year.
I did.
1, it's gotta be huge. 2, it's gotta barrel. And 3, you gotta make it. Right? Ride of the Year, number 5. The guy's been up here once. He's nominated for this again. I'm afraid to say his name 3 times in a row because he's been haunting my dreams forever. Shane Dorian, Shane Dorian, Shane Dorian.
The morning of February 10th was supposed to be the Eddie Cal actually, and they called off the Eddie Cal event, and I changed my flight and drove straight to the airport and jumped on a plane and flew to Maui to surf Jaws that evening. There weren't many guys out, there was a few people out, and it was just a mellow session. I paddled right into the lineup and saw a bunch of the boys, and they all said the waves were super good, and it was just immediately on. When I first saw the wave, I immediately thought, I'm too deep. It just looked like there was too much west in it. My instinct is usually right when I initially see a wave. And as it got closer, I just started thinking, shit, this wave is going to be really sick, but I'm probably too deep for it. I whipped it, put my head down, and as I was paddling, I kind of side-eyed down the line, and the wave had so much west, and it was totally drawing and kind of loading up on the reef. I remember getting to my feet and just going immediately, like hitting some kind of bumps, but it kind of like let me have a nice entry in, but right as I was getting to my feet, I could see this big double up coming down the line, just maybe like 30, 40 yards down the line. And the whole wave was wrapping down to the channel and kind of really bending west. It was a big wall, but it was also bending really hard. And then I was like, shit, I might not be too deep. And so I started trying to wash off my speed at that point, and the wave just started kind of spinning all around me, and I was just hoping it wasn't gonna chandelier and I wasn't gonna be too deep. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I gave myself like a golf clap. Like I was just like super psyched. And I was so stoked that I had read that wave right. And I remember thinking, shit, if I didn't go in that wave, I never would have had that ride. And it's crazy those split-second moments you have, and when the waves are big and you make that choice to go and commit. You know, when it comes out right, it's just so special, you know?
Well, up next, presenting the Paddle-In Award. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a rare on-stage appearance by the man who defined the meaning of an El Nino world record paddle-in wave. He was rewarded $50,000 for paddling into and successfully riding an amazing 52-foot wave while competing in a semifinal amateur event in Mexico back in February of 1998. Please welcome the original XXL champion, TK Taylor Knox.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me tonight. It's really good. I haven't been here in a few years, you know, and I walked in, it was kind of mesmerizing going down memory lane with some people, and I was walking up and looking at the videos of all these guys, and I just realized, like, we're in a room full of batshit crazy people. Like, these guys are nuts, but I'm really honored and humbled to be around such talented people and to see where the sport's gone, and just seeing like Californians like the Long brothers taking it. They started right when I was kind of getting out of it, and they kind of took it to new levels, and just watching everyone, all the Brazilians in Maui, the Maui crew is incredible. The Wahoo boys are always charging, and I think it's fitting that Billy Kemper walked in with a cowboy hat on, because he's kind of like Cowboy. The Jaws this year, he was just airdropping with Shane Dorian through these huge pits. So I'm incredibly honored. And where's Greg Knoll? Greg Knoll, you are an absolute legend. I mean, right when I thought you couldn't get higher on my list, you did somehow get above one. And I really hope your friend Phil's okay. I worry about him. I hope he's dating girls that shave, and I'll rest easier at night knowing that. But again, I just want to say thanks to everyone for inviting me tonight, and let's take a look at the nominees.
The nominees for the 2016 Biggest Paddle Award are Ben Andrews at Mavericks, California on February 4th, 2015. Photos by Fred Pompermayer and Frank Kearte. Video by Larry Haynes. Pedro Calado at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii on January 15, 2016. Photos by 808photo.me, Brent Beelman, Brian Beelman, Wangdu Hovey, and Tom Survey. Video by Dan Norkunis. Aaron Gold at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii on January 15, 2016. Photos by 808photo.me, Brent Beelman, Brent Broza, Aaron Linton, and Fred Pompermayer. Video by Elliot LeBeau. Mark Healy at Puerto Escondido, Mexico on May 3, 2015. Photos by Nikki Brooks, Ben DeCamp, Astrid Fonseca, and Edwin Morales. Video by Yacil Santiago. Manny Rosano at Mavericks, California on December 7, 2015. Photos by Sachi Cunningham, Benjamin Ginsberg, and Frank Chiarte. Video by Rafael Sauro.
All right. Well, this is going to be a big award because this is going to be a big award. Every single nominee is just absolutely incredible. Like, you got to give these guys a hand because I just don't know. To paddle into a wave when you see a wave like that coming at you, what goes through your head and the commitment it takes to just turn around and just put your head down and knife it's pretty amazing. And these guys are all big winners in my book. So the winner of the biggest paddle award is Aaron Gold. With the photo by Brent Broza, the wave was measured to be 63 feet and will be a new Guinness Book World Record.
Oh, what an amazing year. You know, so much of us put our lives out there every day, and this year was just another one where we all really put our lives out there, and to come out with this is just an amazing honor, you know, and I just want to thank all the WSL and all the guys behind the scenes that, you know, work hard, travel to capture and account what we do, you know. There's so much more than just the surfing that's involved, and I think we need to remember that, and I'm just so stoked, and I really appreciate it, and you know, I want to share a little bit of my life with you guys. About 20 years ago, I gave my life to the Lord, and was the best. It was the best decision of my life, you know, and I'm not perfect. You know, you can ask my wife; she'll tell you. She'll be the first person to go, "Yeah, he's flawed in many ways, but through it all, God's grace is enough." And it's for somebody out here today who needs to hear that and know that. And you know, without him in my life, I wouldn't be standing here. I can honestly say that to you guys. And I just want to say congratulations to everybody else, all the guys. Pedro, your wave was amazing. You charged, brother. And there's so many of you guys, and we all. I'm just so humbled and honored to take it and push it to the next level. And guys like Tyler, Larronde is going to be the next level. And there's so many of these young guys. And the guys that came before us, and we can, we look at them and they set the standard, and I'm just honored to, help and be a part of that. And thank you guys. Yeah, let's go get it. Next year I'll try and get a bigger one.
I told you Hawaii was going to do it.
Oh, Guinness Book of World Records. Are you kidding me? Aaron Gold is in the book.
Aaron Gold just sums up that essence of a big wave surfer. The guy was buying his own blanks, shaping them himself, and creating history. That heroic wave at Piahi. One more round of applause for Aaron Gold.
The humblest man around.
I want to order boards from Aaron. I want to give him a raise. He's going to continue on. And now this is the moment that we've been waiting for. We're about to wrap up such a special night. The Billabong Ride of the Year. We got to see all the nominees. Now it's time to hand out $60,000 in a watch from Tag Heuer. All guys that got nominated, why don't you come on up? Shane Dorian, Tyler Larronde, Albee Layer.
Mahina Garcia, we need your man up on stage.
Come on up.
Nathan Florence.
Come on up, boys.
This is the best time of my life. I get to give away lots of other people's money.
We went through Wassel's Mind Surf Wave on what could be the best ride of the year. We've got a few guys that could be taking home $60,000.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say somebody from Hawaii is going to win. Hey.
Getting everybody in place. Remember, we did all the reviews.
Good luck, everybody.
Hear it one more time for who you guys are going for the best single ride of this last season. And these guys will get set up. Let's all refresh our memories and get a recap of the Ride of the Year nominations. Check this out.
The nominees for the 2016 Billabong Ride of the Year Award are Shane Dorian at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii on December 6th. Video by Ryan Moss. Shane Dorian at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii on February 10th. Video by Dan Norkunis. Nathan Florence at Chopu, Tahiti. Video by Tim Benathan. Tyler Larronde at Mavericks, California. Video by Josh Homer. Albee Layer at Jaws, Maui, Hawaii. Video by Elliot LeBeau.
What an epic recap, as now it is time to find out our winners for this year's Billabong Ride of the Year. As we ask for the envelope, please. So we'll start off with 5th place. Coming in 5th place for the Billabong Ride of the Year, Tyler Larronde.
Well done, young man, well done. Ride of the Year, 4th place, the envelope, please. Thank you very much. Placing 4th in the 2016 Billabong Ride of the Year award is Shane Dorian. Whoa!
I asked somebody back there, why is there only 4 guys up there? Duh, the Polish guy. Third place, Ride of the Year. The envelope, please. Thank you. Placing 3rd in the 2016 Billabong Ride of the Year award goes to Albee Layer.
Now it's coming down to it. All these guys on stage are heroes this winter. And now we'll find out who got the single best Ride of the Year. One of the best winners of all time. Let's have the final envelopes, please. Thank you. You guys ready? Finishing in 2nd place for the Ride of the Year award is Nathan Florence, and our winner is Shane Dorian, the Billabong Ride of the Year in 2016, and $60,000, and another watch from Tag Heuer.
I was trying to get my son, Jackson, to come up on stage with me, but he was a little too shy. But he told me right before I had to come up here that he thought that Uncle Albee won. He was like, Dad, I think Uncle Albee won that one. And he's probably not the only one in the room. I thought Tyler's wave was insane at Mavericks. And I gotta say, I was just telling Nate that I watched his wave probably 50 times, but that's probably an understatement. I probably watched that wave 100 times. His wave, in my opinion, was the best ridden wave. The most technical, gnarly wave, one of the most technical, gnarly waves in history. I want to thank my family. First of all, my son Jackson, my daughter Charlie, and my wife Lisa at home for all the support. All year, my whole life. I want to thank Skull-Based Water Safety for having all of our backs every single time, every single swell, every single wave, not missing us, and all the other water safety that's out there looking after us, whether it's Piahi or Mavericks or whatever. I want to thank all my sponsors for backing me since day one and still. And I want to say congratulations to Andrea, the girls, Keala, yeah, Aaron Gold, amazing. I want to say congratulations to every single nominee tonight. Absolutely incredible night. I'm humbled and honored and stoked to be up here amongst these guys. These guys are the future of big wave surfing. Guys like every single one of these guys, Albee, Tyler, Nate. It's really exciting to see the future of big wave surfing and just to be up here on stage with these guys. Thank you very much. Absolutely fired up, stoked, thank you.
All right,
I don't know about you guys, but you stick a fork in me, I'm done.
Out of here, thanks so much for another beautiful night. One of the most memorable Big Wave Awards in history. Shane Dorian cleaning up once again is truly the biggest and best big wave surfer of all time.
Pretty all time. You do look kind of cooked, though. You ready?
I'll tell you what, guys, you can't stay here. The real party's outside. You don't got to go home. I hope there's a big bank nearby because Shane has to cash that check and buy us all drinks. We'll see you outside.
Chevy Metal right now. Go see
Chevy Metal.
Do yourself a favor. It's amazing. Chevy Metal. Thank you.